decided to blend our staff professional development time along with our inquiry cycles that we do every few months. And it proved to be really helpful for us as a school in terms of teachers having more opportunities to learn about new practices, learn about other tech tools that are out there, and then also to have the structured time to be able to implement those practices in their classroom. It was wonderful because a lot of our PDs became staff-led. They came with responses from the staff. If we had sent out forms for us, teachers to fill out, surveys for them to fill out, so it guided our instruction as well. And then our inquiry cycles allowed teachers the time to take a tool they had hypothesized they would use in their classroom in a certain way, to actually implement using it, to get support from whoever had led the PD as well on how to bring that tool into their classroom.
Yeah. And for example, one inquiry cycle, we learned about Google Forms and how you can choose your own adventure on Google Forms. I wrote a hypothesis about using that for upgrades and allowing students to have their own pacing with the upgrade process and kind of choose their own essentially learning outcome that they want to focus on, and then was able to utilize that. It was really great, the kids liked it, and so we're going to use it again.
For me, I was not particularly familiar with the Apple products except for my iPhone, which I only use for texting and talking. And what I found, my level of frustration is trying to get those badges because it was so hard for me, and I needed your help and I needed your support. But it also taught me, like, if that's my level of frustration with work, how our students, maybe something I'm teaching that they might want to give up, or they have the same level of frustration. So it was a good learning point for me.
Kids are coming in so well versed in this technology that they're even though I'm not that much older than them, they're still teaching me a lot of stuff.
Right.
And I think in getting these badges, it's helping me not totally get on their level, but understand what they see also.
Also, did you feel like when you were showing me how to do it, you were learning more?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm also wondering too, is how when we were working together and let's say you might get tripped up, this might also be good practice for our students where, I got tripped up on this, maybe they might get tripped up too, kind of being aware of where, when they're trying to use the Apple app,
right?
They might mess up with this, or they might forget to do this, because
right.
I know because it was trial and error for me, and for you 100%. It was okay, I think we need to do this, I think we need to do that.
Right, and it took multiple attempts to get down to where we actually got the right answer, which sometimes was frustrating, like you said. But
yes, but I could definitely see where these apps could be used, particularly in our school where there's so many diverse learners.
Yeah.
We started Learning Walks the first year this year, doing it in a really organized fashion. We heard from a lot of our teachers that they wanted to see how different discussion skills and tech skills are being utilized either within their own grade or across different disciplines and different departments. So we took this opportunity to invite teachers into the rooms of other hosting teachers and let them kind of show off what they thought was their best model lessons, in hopes that those teachers who are visiting could take back some of those strategies and skills and cool programs into their own classroom. I think we had a lot of great teachers who were willing to engage with that. I know Ken was in my room a lot throughout the year, and I popped in to see him a few times too.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for me as a teacher to go and see what other educators were doing. I took several things back to my own classroom. One was how we were using different tools and strategies for engagement, whether it's small groups, giving students choice in what they're doing, whether they can work with a partner or a small group to achieve something. That's something that I took back. The other interesting thing I saw was different ways in which we were allowing students to demonstrate their understanding at different pacing, and this is where the technology came into use quite a bit, where students would have a choice of different things to work on, different worksheets or different programs where they could practice and then demonstrate different levels of mastery on things that they were working on. So those are a couple things that I saw as I walked around and took back into my classroom and started to put into practice.
I think it's hard for teachers sometimes to sort of initiate that process for themselves and carve out time in their day to do that. But if it's a more, I think, formalized and structured environment like the Learning Walk was, where we were asking people to schedule and reach out to other teachers, they wanted to honor those commitments, both to come in and see the teachers, but the teachers also wanted to really showcase what was going on in their classroom. So provided just a little bit more of a boost, and it was a really cool way, I think, to build some school community and have teachers talking to each other and co-planning together and interacting in ways that they may have not interacted otherwise.